Guys, the end is almost here because Jim Cramer has a crazy warning. Is he going to be right this time? In today's movie, gold, silver, and other precious metals sound the most important warning of all, but no one is listening. But we have to because Jim Cramer says the crash is very close. Thanks for writing such an amazing and important book. Okay, so Andrew Ross is the best-selling author in the New York Times for his book Too Big to Fail, 1929, Inside the Greatest Crash in Wall Street History and How It Shattered a Nation. Wow. Right now, I haven't read this book yet, but do you see something interesting about the cover? The year 1929, of course, was the start of the Great Depression when everything fell apart. Event X is just around the corner. Guys, that's cool. That was the markets just dying, if you look at it that way. But yes, too big to fail is what everyone thinks until it really turns into a black zone event. We can't just change our minds here because Jim Cramer is a contraindicator, right? In this case, he's talking about the Great Depression, so the opposite of 1929 would be the Golden Age. Remember that the Golden Age is the opposite of a Great Depression. Is that what's going to happen, or is he going to be right this time? Because there's a 10% chance that he's right, but 90% of the time, 9 times out of 10, he's wrong. Now, what are we thinking? Yes, a lot of people in the comments say that 1929 is no longer happening, right? Again, that makes perfect sense to me because I think they're going to drive up all of these markets to crazy highs before they crash in order to get as many people to buy as possible. Like how people were fooled by altcoins and leverage trade the other day, and they all lost everything in one day, right? It's likely that every market and economy will go through that before they actually crash. So it's possible that this won't happen right away. That 10% chance happens right now, unless he's wrong. But it's very interesting that he's talking about 1929 right now. But this is what worries me, right? I'm scared because we've been warned about this, right? There is XRP, gold and silver, don't forget, breaking. For the first time ever, gold prices go over $4,200 an ounce. Gold has gone up almost 60% just in 2025. We'll look back and wonder why gold was so cheap one day. Own things or get left behind, especially valuable metals. Guys, this is really great. In other words, it's going parabolic. It was thought that cryptos would move in this way. It's not though. It's taking place with gold, right? Really, this is weird, isn't it? Guys, take a look at this. I'm going to show you something. So gold was getting stronger for decades, right? Take a look at this merging. But then starting with, well, let's see. In February 2024, yes, it began to rise in a parabola-like way about a year and a half ago. Why does that happen? Gold is, it's like a flare to the whole thing, right? If front runs news, then I know why it's going up so much, right? This must have a reason. It doesn't just work like magic, right? Because of this, Jamie Dimon, the head of the biggest bank in the US and a leader of Gold Telegraph, says that gold could easily go to $5,000 or $10,000. Oh my, Jamie Dimon. Guys, these are what you call dolls. Because of these central banks, gold prices are now expected to reach $5,000 to $10,000. This is why gold is going up, okay? I say they're $30,000. They aren't lying because central banks around the world now have the most gold they have had all century. Okay, now ask yourself why, okay? What makes it true? It was flat from 2000 to 2025, right? It tried to break out a lot of times, but it wasn't until the last couple of years that it finally did. This thing is probably going to keep going and go faster, and it's because of the stupid fall. That's the reason. It's Jim Cramer. Remember what we talked about? I'm going to show Jim Cramer 100% right now. Are you ready? And I've been saying this for a long time. It's true that Jim Cramer is a contraindicator. He is in fact a fool, but I know he'll pull off a trick, but not me, not you and me, but he will do it for everyone else. The reason is that he will be wrong every time from now until the crash. It's wrong, 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 right. His past performance is likely to be very bad, right? Or in the wrong ways. But right before the crash, I always said that the idea goes like this. Jim Cramer will say the crash is coming very soon. No one will pay attention though, right? Not a soul hears. Then the crash shows up, okay? That's what I think these powerful people are doing to Jim Cramer. He was given the job of conditioning the people, right? The main story about making every call wrong. When he says it will fall apart right before it does, no one will pay attention because he's been wrong every time before. So why now? Right on. We just took Jim Cramer to task. It is as simple as 1, 2, 3. Okay, central banks own gold because they plan to use it to make prices soar to levels that no one thought possible. Spot silver over $53 is also there. What's going on with silver now? Okay, 53 people. I told you it happened. Oh my gosh, isn't it going to get cooler? Guys, it might not even get cooler, right? Since gold did, take a look at this. It was right here when gold came out. It never got cooler. It didn't happen, okay? It did cool down right away when it first started to spread, but then it started to rise like crazy, okay? It changes more with silver. It's getting too hot, so we might not even see it, but I think it should cool down. That being said, this is the weirdest warning again, and this is a sign that the crash is coming. After that, the Phoenix will come back to life. Can you guys figure out what's going on? $100 in silver, and let's say the metal could go up even more than its previous highs. Guys, people who work for the financial system are saying that the prices of these valuable metals are going to skyrocket because the economy is about to crash. Do you get it now? Okay, the time has almost come for XRP to flip the switch and become king. These are the signs that no one wants to hear from you, dear silver shorts. Are you already scared? Historic physical pressure as silver lease rates go through the roof, okay? It seems like everyone is in a hurry to buy as much gold and silver as they can right now. Okay. Also, it looks like a lot of money has been made on silver, right? Now you see what happened to gold when there was a lot of cash on hand, okay? Here is all the cash on hand. Here's a clear picture of liquidity, 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 liquidity. So much cash was made right away when it broke out, and it never stopped, okay? Because having more liquidity gives you more power to go up or down based on the direction. The same thing has happened with silver, but it's even stranger because it's been stuck below these highs for 40 to 45 years. How much cash do you have up here? It might not, and it might not even get cooler. I am not joking. Something is telling you that a black zone is likely to happen in November. Gold is about to break through $4,150, and silver is about to break through $53. Get ready for the best silver short squeeze ever. The global rug pull on an AC dollar and the treasury market, on the other hand, will be the big event. This is a Cat 5 financial storm that's right there in plain sight, right? That's what you call it. That's what you or I call events X. Because of unknown events that no one has lived through, we're all about to see them. The time is right now, and we're getting close to that time. Okay, so what makes gold valuable and why should people buy it? Okay.